Hey there. In this day and age, you have heard about Agentic AI, and you might think, what exactly is Agentic AI? So, in this video, I'm going to explain a little bit about Agentic AI and how it can be used in real world applications. So, let's get it started. So, AI agents can be said as autonomous beings that can make autonomous decisions by themselves without ever using any human support. So, you can think of agentic AI as a smart digital assistant that actually doesn't only take the inputs that you give, but actually plans on those inputs and make future predictions and analyze how those inputs can be made better. So that is what AI agents are all about. For example, a smart car can actually see where to move without your intervention, or a digital assistant can actually schedule your meetings without you ever, making a lot of input into it. In the similar way, there are a ton of applications that can be done with the help of agentic AI, in which we use automation and conventional AI as well as generative AI. So all of these are combined to get agentic AI. Now let's move into what are the key features of agentic AI. So there are a number of features that are present in agentic AI. Number one feature that I would say is that it is autonomous. So what does it mean? It does not need your input to actually drive itself or actually make any decisions. It is always a good thing to have human feedback in the loop. However, if something is tested, you do not need to be involved in that. An example of that can be robots in an environment in a car manufacturing industry can make decision autonomously without any human interaction. That is the reason that they are deployed there. Second thing that I would say is a feature for agentic AI is that it is always goal oriented, right? So that goal can be long term, that goal can be short term. However, there is and there must be a goal for AI to achieve, right? So, for example, in the same scenario that we talked about, the goal of agent in a car manufacturing company can be to put all the pieces together and to assemble the car into one piece. Another example of goal making could be a financial AI assistant that you tell it that we need to get to this level financially, and it works its way up and it starts investing money and getting money out and all of those things to get to a certain level. They can also assess your environment conditions. So it is also a very important feature for agentic AI. So it can interact with your environment, it can modify its own structure based on the environment. All of these things can be done via it. So one example of this can be a thermostat who changes or fluctuates the temperature based on the environment. It can lower the temperature or it can increase the temperature. Of course, it is something that is going on for a long time and it is an example of automation, but all of these things are combined in the future world. They have a very good learning capability. So it is done with the help of reinforcement learning and with the help of machine learning technologies, right? So for an example of that can be a chatbot that can, learn from its history as it goes on, and it helps in creating better responses in the future. So reinforcement learning is something that was also used by DeepSeek. So all of these learning topologies can be used by the agentic AI structure. Another and the last feature is that there can be multiple agents that can be used together. For example, if we are talking about customer care, there can be one agent that handles, FAQs, one agent that handles order tracking, one agent that handles incoming leads. So all of these agents at the end of the day are used together, and then there is a primary agent that takes input from all of these and makes a bigger decision. So this is how agentic AI should work, with multiple agents working on their own thing, and with the help of automation and computer vision and NLP, all of these techniques. Now let's discuss how AI actually works, right? So the first step that AI needs is that it needs to get a few inputs. So those inputs can be in a number of forms. They can be in the form of text, they can be in the form of video, they can be in the form of audio, they can be in the form of images, right? So all of these things or sources can be used as an input. Other than that, of course, if we are talking about existing applications, this data can be coming from an EHR platform. This data can be coming from a data lake or another data source, a database, or whatever, right? So this is the first step, that agentic AI needs the data, and you will feed it the data to actually start learning. Now, i- the other thing is, if that specific agent actually uses conventional AI, then we'll have to develop that conventional AI. For example, cancer detection algorithm is also in that, right? So, and there is an AI agent that can also detect cancer, right? So to do that, we will first have to develop that conventional AI cancer detection mechanism, and then it can be implemented with agentic AI. So now let's see what is the other step. So the second step is that it processes all the information and it analyzes all the information. So that is the second step. It is plain and simple, as it is said, that it processes all the data, examines with the help of different AI infrastructures. As I told you, there are multiple agents. So it brings in information, gives data to different agents, and then bring in the results and then show us the results from that. So that could be step number two in this regard. That step number three can be, it makes decision based on all of that data. These decisions are basically based on all of the learning that has been done by the AI, right? So this is the third step. And based, when it has actually decided, then in the next step, it takes action. For example, it asks the agent that is going to book the ticket to actually book the ticket, right? So this would be the next step, to actually take and perform that specific action. So these are the four steps. And after that, we have continuous learning and updates. So this is something that is gonna happen, that if we have a complete corpus, and then that corpus is actually updated every time from the data. So new data will be coming in, and with on the basis of that data, the application performance will change with time, right? So basically, these are the five steps that are used to develop any AI agents. Now, if we are talking about it, if for a whole application, sometimes it becomes a complete complex structure, because we'll have to define the architecture of the website of the agents, what is going to happen here, what is going to happen there, and how they are going to interact with each other, which services will be used by which agent. All of these things come next, and we can say that it is a deep dive into how AI can actually be implemented into your workflow, right? So that's it for this video. In the next videos, I'll keep talking about agentic AI and how it is different from traditional AI, and a lot of similar things. So see you in the next video. Thank you.